You ever get so deep into a routine that you miss the obvious? Like you weigh out the coffee, you weigh everything out to the 10th of the gram. You pour perfectly, you spiral specifically, and still when it comes to the final cup, you still feel that the coffee has more potential. That's me down to a T. I'm obsessed with the pour like it's some ritual that gives me peace. I just have to get it perfect and then some every single time. But what if maybe the game I'm playing was already rigged? You see, in cone brewers such as the V60, the water's not going to respect your technique. It's going to dive straight down into the center, into the densest part of your coffee bed. And that's where the water's going to stall. You're going to see the bloom bubble up, repelling that water, while the edges around the side are going to sit there dry and untouched. So from the second you start blooming, you're already off balance. You're not crafting perfection. In fact, for those first 60 seconds, you're now going to be trying to chase down a mistake that you've already made. But there's a fix for this, and it's stupid simple. It's called a Kubomi. Let me show you. It's just a small dent in the coffee bed. You see, this is like your standard coffee bed. It's flat. When you pour water, it's going to go directly into the center, and then it's going to reach the densest part of the coffee bed, which is here, and that's when the water is going to stall. The bloom is going to bubble up the water. It's just a small dent in the center of the coffee bed before you pour. You don't need any tools. There's no technique, and it's just a couple of seconds worth of effort. So I'm just using a pen. You could even use your finger. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a little divot. So our coffee bed is going to come up like this. So we're going to pour into the center, and what you'll find is that the bed will collapse in on itself. And that's it. That little hollow there, that changes everything. The bloom is going to hit faster. The water is going to spread out instead of punching its way in. And your brew, it's going to be in more focus, like a camera that finally locks on. I didn't believe it at first, but then I tested it. Same beans, same grind, same water, same pour over routine, except one had the Kubomi and the other didn't. And the results? Let's find out. That is our coffee without the Kubomi divot, so it's basically just flat. This one is going to have the Kubomi divot. Now I'll create the divot in it. So it's literally just a small dent. So we've dosed 16 grams of coffee each. It was ground at 23 clicks on the Comandante hand grinder. It was roasted this morning, which means there's plenty of oxidation left. So one of the things that I want to find out is actually how does this affect the draw time, as well as the extraction level of the coffee. Alright, so let's brew this. Start the timers. So we'll start with the Kubomi divot. We're going to be pouring 50 grams each pour at 30-second intervals. So already, as you can see, without the Kubomi divot, it's bubbling up a whole lot more than the one without. Our second pour. And by the way, we're using Hario switches, but the switches are open, so everything is just drawing down immediately. It's effectively a V60. I'm going to be pouring 240 grams, so my final pour will be of 40 grams. That brings us to 200. So we're now coming up to the final pour. This will be of 40 grams. So that's it. Now what we're doing is waiting for the drawdown. And interestingly, seems like the one without the divot is drawing down faster. So this one's already drawn down, effectively like 15 seconds faster than the one with the Kubomi divot. So what's quite interesting, just in this pour over routine, that the one without the Kubomi divot drew down 15 seconds faster than the one with the Kubomi divot. What I'd like to know is, what effect did it have on the extraction of these coffees? Okay, so let's give this a try. Got my TDS meter ready. That's the Kubomi divot, that's the one without. Let's try the one with the Kubomi divot. So whilst this is reading, I'm not going to taste them because that's subjective. I just want to deal with clear objectivity. 1.36, 1.36. Let's do it one more time. I've got a reading of 1.37. And we have got a reading of 1.21. That's the one without the Kubomi divot. Clearly, the one with the Kubomi divot gave us a much better extraction. Well, what did we actually observe here? Well, with the pour over without the Kubomi, the drawdown time was 15 seconds faster. Interestingly enough, the TDS was higher with the Kubomi. In fact, the extraction yield was 2.4% more than without the Kubomi. And that's all from one tiny move that I didn't even think mattered. So now I'm asking myself, what else am I ignoring? I mean, if this tiny detail, this nothing move can ripple through an entire cup, what other unseen variables are shaping everything else in life? I thought I had a pretty solid pour over routine, but maybe I was just reacting to a mess that I didn't know I'd already made, even before I begun the pour. Now it's over to you. Have you tried this? What did you notice? Did your results match mine? Did they surprise you? I'd genuinely love to hear what you found in the comments below. And if this kind of quiet, measured deep dive is your cup of coffee, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe, and there'll be more coffee videos ahead. Peace.